Well, I gotta tell you, to be perfectly honest with you, it is so much easier to stand up on this bike now. I'm not kidding. Wow. What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. You know, we're back in the shop today because I'm doing a mod that I've been thinking about for the longest time and I just haven't pulled the trigger. Well, today I'm pulling the trigger, and we're going to be working on the 2018 Royal Enfield Himalayan, and we're going to do some exciting upgrades to the height of the handlebars. That's right, we're going to actually put a handlebar extension in today, and there's a little bit to it, more than what you would think, and we're going to go through that step by step. So stay tuned. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Well, here's the tools that we're going to use for today. We got a 6mm Allen head socket with an extension, 3/8 inch drive. This is a T-bar, 6mm, two 12mm wrenches, some Loctite, and of course the Moto Genius handlebar risers for the Himalayan. And let's pop these open real quick. Now I have opened them already, but we'll show you. This is the extensions, and one of the reasons why I picked this, and it's purely a what do I want to say, basically a vanity thing, because everything is black. All the bolts and stuff are black, and I like that. You guys know that I think black is beautiful, but this is the Moto Genius handlebar risers for the Himalayan. You can see it right there. I got it off of Amazon, and out of India, but yeah, it's something that you're gonna, if you want to do this type of thing, it's pretty good quality. I would say just as good as anything else on the market, and it's going to give me just a little bit of rise there. I don't need much, but you'll see afterwards what I'm talking about. There's a couple things I want to do first, and besides taking off the ram mount here, I love this for my phone. When I'm using the regular phone GPS, it works perfect because I can see exactly what I'm doing without any obstruction. And I'm also putting a towel down over the tank because I'll probably have to raise this or lower this down onto the tank, and I don't want to scratch anything. You guys, if you haven't realized anything about the Old Man Ronin, is I like to take care of stuff. I wash my bikes after every muddy rain or muddy ride. I make sure I don't have a lot of dirt accumulated on it, because dirt gets into small cracks and crevices, and that creates issues. And again, the reason why, 50+ years of riding motorcycles, and I've always been the type of person to make sure you clean your stuff. Not only that, but it makes it look better, gives you a little bit of self-pride, and be honest with you, that's just who I is. But we're going to take these 4 bolts off right here. It's the 6mm, and then we're going to take the handlebar and set it down here for a second. Well, what I'm going to do is undo these, but I'm going to leave this one a little tight. And the reason why is because I don't want it to flop down. So we're just going to loosen these all up and then get to that point. I'm going to lay it up on top there. Now, as I put the bars back in, number one, first thing I want to do is make sure that the threads are loose. In other words, I'm able to get it in there without any issue. Now I'm setting it that way for that first bolt because I'm going to pull it back out, but I'm going to put some Loctite on this. Now don't put them all the way down. And the reason for that is because we want to make sure we got the height adjusted properly as far as the angle of the bars. And we're going to pull this one back out. After you get it set, before you tighten it down, what you want to look at is the space in here on both sides. You want them to be even as they go down. And you also want to make sure that you're not seeing the little teeth marks on the grooves to hold your handlebar in place. And that way, while it's still loose, you can move it back and forth. You can see, I'm going to bring this out. See those little grooves right there? You want to make sure that those are hidden before you do any tightening. And they're equal on both sides. Then you get it approximately where you want it, and then you can snug down one on the top here, one on the bottom there, or vice versa. Just want to snug it, because we want to look at these gaps and make sure they're equal. This is also a good time to see if the handlebar angles are exactly the way that you want them, and then you can make any adjustments. Pull them back down a little bit, put them back up a little bit. I think I like it right there, and it seems to be pretty good. So we're going to tighten everything down, and we're going to torque it now too. And I'm going to take it to 24 newtons. And again, the goal is to get the gap the same on each side. Well, the next thing we're going to do is make sure we don't have any pinches. I'm going to move my towel here, and I'm going to get up on the bike, and since I've got it on the center stand, it'll be a perfect test for it. I'm going to fire it up, and then check and make sure that I don't have anything out of order. In other words, when I turn the handlebars the entire way, I make sure I don't have any pinches. I'm going to throttle up and see if it releases. And we're going to check our clutch too. I like where the handlebars are at now. I think that's going to be really good for me. One thing I really wanted to make sure, and that's why I took the 12 millimeter wrenches with me there, is to make sure I still had free play here in the clutch. I need 3 millimeters there. That's not too bad. I mean, I can show you how, you know what, I'm just going to show you how to do it no matter what. If you haven't seen that episode on how to adjust the clutch, because you're supposed to check these every 600 miles according to your manual. So we're close there, but what I'll do is I'll take you around the side and show you right here. You have to loosen this up and loosen that up, and then you can adjust your free play on your clutch. I'm set right now. The next thing is to take her for a little ride. Well, my first impressions with the new bar risers on there is I love what it's done to give me the ability to move my phone mount in different places. Before, I was kind of limited with the claw down here, that I couldn't push it down, and I had to angle it really high, and sometimes it would block my view of the dashboard. Man, cleared that issue up 100%. The second thing I'm thinking of, again, first impressions of it, more comfortable riding position. Like if I was going to do a long-term ride, let's say several hours on the road, this is nice. I feel like I've got more room. I did push the bars ahead a little bit more than what they were from the factory, which is something I wanted to wait and do until I got the risers, and man, that's the deal. It really makes a difference. So we're going to ride around here just a little bit, not too much. We just want to give a first impressions on how it feels. We got a lot more videos on the Himalayan coming, because I've got a couple more upgrades I want to do to it. But the first thing I wanted to do is to see how she performed as far as riding comfort and stance. And I'm telling you, it's a gigantic improvement, which is something I was really wondering about. You know, I was really happy with what it was. I really was. And then I had the opportunity to find a really inexpensive pair of these risers, and I decided, well, let's give her a shot and see what it does. You know, it wasn't very, you know, I bought the stuff. It's not like I was getting it for free. I bought it. But I'm telling you, it does feel a lot better. And we're going to actually take it on an off-road trip here in a second. So after we go through these corners, and that's one of the things I wanted to see, is how she handled the curves with the higher bars, which I didn't think was going to make any difference, and I really don't think it is, but we're going to see. Yeah, I'm telling you. Wow. You know, me being over 6 foot tall, I get a lot of questions all the time, whether it's on the Meteor or on this bike. Does it make a difference with a taller person? And I'm telling you, this simple little mod, as far as my first impressions, is a huge improvement. I mean, my arms are comfortable. I almost feel like I'm riding one of my Harley Davidsons with the mini apes on it. I mean, I'm dead serious about that. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like I'm riding the Sportster with the well, it doesn't really have mini apes, but it has a 6-inch riser on it, and I'm telling you, it's really comfortable. My hands are just naturally falling to this position, and I think that's a really good thing. And in the corners, I can't see a bit of difference. This bike does really well in the corners anyways. Not as well as the Meteor, but it does really well in the corners. We're going to do a video coming up really soon. Probably the next one is going to be Himalayan versus Meteor, and we're going to do a so far review, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm telling you, really comfortable, really comfortable. Oh yeah. And I've missed riding this bike. This thing's a blast, you know, and it may be even more fun now. Yeah, into the corners. Yeah, nice. You do have to watch on these blind corners though, because I'm not worried about the speed, I'm worried about cars and deer. This is the road that video the other day you saw me zipping in and out of deer. We had like 8 or 9 of them run across in front of me. And like I say, they are blind corners, you can't see around them. Well, let's head over to the dirt and see what happens. Well, I gotta tell you, to be perfectly honest with you, it is so much easier to stand up on this bike now. I'm not kidding. Wow. I mean, you literally are just, it's right there. It's right there. The only thing I wish I had is, like I said, the controls I wish were a little bit wider and longer for my feet. But as far as everything else, man, I'm telling you, standing up, it's really easy. Now, we're not going to go very far in here. Again, I don't want this video to last an hour and a half long. I just wanted to show you or tell you about how I think it feels in this kind of position. And yeah, as far as standing up, doing the very basic idle through here, Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Makes a big difference, man. I'm telling you. Again, I'm just really crawling through here anyway. And when I say crawling, guys, I don't mean I'm on my hands and knees. Oop, there's a deer. What a difference. Well, I'll tell you guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was an eye-opening experience as much as it was for me. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. I'm not going to give you a thumbs up because I am on the clutch. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button, share, and comment. You know I read all the comments and comment on as many as I possibly can. Until next time, guys, ride safe and keep her on two wheels, baby.